everyone, I'm Christina McCauley and welcome to Slices. We're coming to you from this beautiful day at Mile Square Park. We have some great stories for you, slices of life right where you live. So let's get started. Welcome once again to Slices. A lot of us started off the new year with some resolutions, and by now, some of us may have fallen off course. Well, if you were working on better health and exercise, our first story just might help you get back on track.
This isn't your ordinary walk in the park. This is Walk with a Doc. Once a month, people are invited to walk alongside local doctors for a chance to learn some healthy habits.
Walk with a Doc is a nationwide program that was started in Cincinnati, Ohio by a cardiologist, Dr. Severe.
Shrug your shoulders to the back.
It's a way for doctors across the nation to tackle the many health problems related to a sedentary lifestyle.
We all know that there is a rise in diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, cancer related to the Western lifestyle, which means access to lots of food and calories, and now people are sitting at computers.
When we talk about getting exercise, people are like, I can't go to the gym, I don't have 30 minutes, I don't have 45 minutes. And we have a lot of green spaces in Orange County, but people tend to stay home. They're only seeing four walls, and that doesn't help anyone.
It doesn't help for me to sit in an office and tell you what you should do if I'm not doing it with you. It's really, we are going to promote health together.
Not only is Dr. Tran a family practitioner, she also teaches med school.
What I tell my trainees, my residents, my future physicians, as well as my patients, is health doesn't happen in the four walls of my clinic. Health happens where people live, work, play, and pray.
On this early morning at Mile Square Park, the chilly temperatures drew a smaller group. But every month, people of all ages and backgrounds join in. While it's not a medical consult, it's a great chance to ask questions.
Generally, we'll say, well, that sounds like, try to tease it out a little and be like, well, that sounds like you really should follow up with your regular doctor. That sounds like it might be muscle pain, but you should follow up with your doctor. Because most people will not go unless they're not feeling well. And so even, encouraging people to go in and check in once a year.
You have access to 3 physicians of 75 years experience between the 3 of us. You can ask us anything. We usually, if there's a larger crowd, we give a little talk about what's new in the news of healthcare, and then we walk.
Every month they pick a topic to address, such as high blood pressure.
People have a hard time understanding how it actually impacts them, not understanding that people can have really high blood pressure and not have any symptoms, and that's causing damage over the long term.
This great-grandmother was told she had to lose weight before knee replacement surgery. Through walking, she was able to meet her goal.
Para mí me gusta mucho.
So she really liked it. Her doctors at Kaiser mandated that she lose 20 pounds. She was quite overweight, and if you don't lose the weight, they replace the knee, and she doesn't do well because there's too much pressure on the artificial knee.
And walking has been her key to recovery. In just weeks, she's traded in her walker, needing just the help of a cane.
And beyond the physical activity, there's something to be said about community. Community helps reduce depression, anxiety.
Even just getting out once a month, getting out and seeing what's around you can help brighten your day and lift your spirits. And so many benefits from just walking 10 minutes, 5 minutes, even doing a little bit more tomorrow than you did yesterday.
A stop at the playground may just look like fun, but it's also working those legs and core muscles.
Okay, let's see who can reach the sky.
And it turns out the doctors get a lot from the walks as well.
In the clinic, we see patients all day, and we ourselves are kind of isolated from our colleagues, so we don't get to talk about what's going on with our parents, with our family members. How do we support them? How do we achieve balance in our life. And so it's had unexpected benefits for ourselves as well.
These exceptional doctors are literally walking the talk. Find a walk near you at walkwithadoc.org. For Slices, this is Valerie Starn reporting.
While we're out here enjoying nature, our next slice is a Tet Festival with an explosion of color and beauty. Let's head over to the annual Flower Festival in Westminster.
In the weeks leading up to the Lunar New Year, there's another celebration taking place.
I've seen a lot of people reuniting from friends who have come here to visit from across the ocean and from Vietnam. And so people are here from all different countries will come here to visit the Flower Festival.
At the Asian Garden Mall in Westminster, it's their 17th annual Flower Festival.
The year of the rat. So I choose rat this year. For this year, I bring it home. Yeah, for my home, to bring more luck, bring some luck for 2020.
And as it is Year of the Rat, you're sure to see plenty of golden rats, some to adorn flower branches similar to Christmas tree ornaments. And of course, flowers, lots of flowers.
The blossom stems are in a hope that they will open up on New Year Day or around the New Year time. And the more they open up, the more they flower, the more good luck you will have. So you'll see a lot of people walking around with all these stems.
Flower vendors share more about the significance of these plants.
People come out here and enjoy to see a lot of flower, and they buy a flower from me because they want to give the flower to the mom and the dad and the temple and the church and the friends, and the family member, because they want to wish them the new year will be successful, happiness, and everything new.
When spring comes, all the flower bloomings or any kind of flower they will buy. Even the new one they see, like the Japanese pussy willow, this is the first time we have this year, they would buy it. Anything new, anything different.
Part of the New Year's custom is decorating your home and getting dressed up. This is the first year there's a booth selling traditional wares at the market.
They've become less expensive because they have so many different styles now, and we have the new modern Western style. But they used to be very, very expensive. Today, you can buy them anywhere from $20 to $100. They'll buy the costume now, and it's a beautiful dress and very colorful and so many different styles. It's fun to watch.
Chelsea Lee is out here on a photo shoot in her traditional dress and shares with us why this place is special to her.
This is where we can feel our love, our home, and our environment. And this is where we feel like it's once a year. And, I don't get to wear my aoyai, every day. Yeah, and then we are all here to, continue to keep our spirits of the passions, the photography, the love of photography, and the love of our culture.
For Slices, I'm Jacqueline Twegg.
The Flower Festival is just one of the ways Orange County honors the Lunar New Year. In our next slice, no need to stay quiet at the local library because on this day, it's time to celebrate.
At the Westminster Library, families gather for their 6th annual Tet Celebration, welcoming in the Vietnamese New Year. This year, it's Year of the Rat.
Celebration really important for the community, and I'm so honored to be here. I'm so honored to be here to recognize all the staff for being working really hard to organize a really nice, meaningful celebration.
In Vietnam, the New Year, Lunar New Year is very special to us. We have a chance to get together with the family. We have a chance to celebrate, so it means a lot to us.
And here children are first treated to a colorful show by lion dancers. Then high school dancers from Bolsa Grande perform. And next,
we have our martial arts demonstration, and we are going to finish up with the DeMille Elementary, the Vietnamese immersion program. The kids from there, they're going to sing some traditional songs for us, and that's really fun.
the principal from DeMille Elementary shares with us what makes this school stand out.
We have our group of students from the Vietnamese Culture Club at DeMille Elementary School in the Westminster School District. We are the home to the first Vietnamese dual language immersion program in the state of California.
Songs and plays at this Lunar New Year event highlight the Vietnamese culture. Van Dam's daughter, Sophie, is 7 and is part of this after-school program. He explains why he feels it's important.
To learn a language, you have to have that sort of component of culture. You have songs, you have dances, and that's where I guess the added value that my daughter is getting that I'm very happy with.
I get to be in front of stage and sing and dance. It helps me learn about Vietnam too. After school program teaches about the cultural of the Vietnamese history. I want to learn more about the Vietnamese culture because there's so many things that we still haven't learned about. I like sharing it with other people so then I can give them more education. I really like to learn Vietnamese because I have to talk Vietnamese with my grandparents at home.
And as far as performing?
My first time I was kind of shaky because I was kind of nervous, and then after when I just performed after and all the people clapping their hands and saying woohoo, and I really enjoy it now because I think it makes people happy.
Certainly a happy celebration to welcome in a new year and a new beginning in the Vietnamese culture. For Slices, I'm Jacqueline Twegg.
For our next story, when we're young, we're told to listen to our elders. Well, it turns out that's great advice for grown-ups as well. Let's meet a remarkable Stanton couple whose story brings history to life.
Everyone in the senior community at Roundtree Gardens in Stanton knows Bill and Sula.
Hello, Shirley.
These popular residents have an amazing life story.
We're dancing cheek to cheek.
Bill remembers when he first brought up the idea of marriage to Sula more than 68 years ago.
I called her up just before Christmas and I said, "Would you like some company for Christmas?" And she said, "And who would that be?" And I said, "Well, me, of course." So then I got on a plane and I flew. And at the third night we were there, we were walking along and I suddenly said to her, "Let's get married or something." And she said, "We'll get married or nothing."
Bill and Sula married on May 11th, 1951 in Durham, North Carolina.
Must have been something keeping us together for 68 years.
Yeah, how did we do it?
She would say her tolerance. I'd say my sense of humor.
Long before Bill met his lovely bride, he enlisted in the Army at the age of 19. He fought in World War II with a field artillery battalion. Bill remembers vividly the day he was wounded.
Well, in combat, you know that when you hear the first shell, it's already gone over. When the next shell come over, it hit a tree. The big limb came flying over. It hit me in the face. My face was full of shaving cream and mixed up with the blood. As I lay on the ground there, one of my buddies said, "Looked like strawberry shortcake." I had 5 front teeth gone. And anyway, we were at the hospital for about an hour, maybe 2 hours. Then we went back up front again. So, 70 years later, I got my Purple Heart.
This Purple Heart recipient has been very active in local veteran affairs. He even wrote a book, Telly's Torch, a novel about a teenager who hoped to be in the 1916 Olympics, but was instead drawn into World War I.
I actually took a lot of my experiences in his.
Another proud achievement includes the memorial that Bill designed to honor all military veterans, which can be seen at the Seal Beach Pier. Remaining active, curious, and involved has kept Bill and Sula young at heart. They even took to the skies, flying in a biplane through the Ageless Aviation Dream Foundation. Movement and activity are vital parts of their daily routine. Sula stays in shape through an activity she loves, race walking. She has competed and won medals in competitions worldwide.
It took me a year to learn to walk that way. And the coach said, well, it's hard to teach old dogs new tricks. I said, I'm gonna show you. It'll take me a while, but I will do it. And then he was calling me his hero. So, and I won a lot of the medals in my age group. You come out with a straight leg, and then you go back.
Yeah. Am I doing it?
Like this.
In her 70s, she competed in the World Championship against 6,000 others and won the bronze medal for her age group. Sula has great memories of working outside the home, and she cherishes the time spent raising 3 children. They also have 7 grandchildren.
This is Nancy and Tim. This is the 50th anniversary.
Bill and Sula look forward to adding to the family photo album soon when their very first great-grandchild joins this tight-knit family. Well into their 90s, Bill and Sula have lived an incredible life of devotion. Their story invites the rest of us to do the same. Reporting for Slices, this is Tony Hope.
At the top of the show, we talked about getting out and getting active. Well, there's a new kind of workout in Fountain Valley where you will truly reach new heights. Let's take a look.
It's an indoor playground of sorts for adults and kids alike at Fountain Valley's Planet Granite. This is their only Southern California bouldering facility.
Bouldering is basically climbing without any rope systems, so the walls are a little bit shorter, the floors are squishier, so we've got some systems in place to kind of help you feel comfortable and help you feel confident.
To help newcomers, there's a first-time climb class that takes you on a tour, then teaches technique.
We're gonna land on our feet, collapse onto our butt, and then roll out onto our back. The number one tip that I would recommend for everybody coming in, and it's gonna sound pretty silly, is just breathe. It's the number one thing everybody forgets as soon as their feet leave the ground.
And there's all levels sharing the space, each with their own goal.
A lot of people climb indoors with the intention of climbing outdoors later. Around here, most people are probably heading off to Joshua Tree National Park or Bishop or Red Rocks right outside of Las Vegas.
It's as much mental as it is physical.
Nice job.
Tice Bevries is new to the sport and shares with us why he's hooked.
If you look at these, they're pretty complicated. So you try different times, you try to figure out what you're doing wrong, you'll watch others climb, and then it's kind of a mind game, a physical game, and then you kind of become obsessed with getting that route and getting to the top.
Elisa Land explains what she's learned about herself through climbing.
Usually there's a lot of falling in that process of trying to get a project. And so in all of that falling off the wall, each of those failures, it's always going back to the wall, trying the project a different way, trying to be really creative in how you're going to get yourself up to the top of the wall. In that, there's a lot of growth because you're not going to try the same thing twice.
Something else that comes from this climbing facility is a climbing community.
One of the main reasons I got into climbing was the people I met, the relationship, the friendships I've gained from it. And so I kind of want to pass that along to anyone I see. If you see someone climbing alone, just, walk up to them, say hi, and it's just a nice way to do it.
I know for me, when I was first starting out, I was so afraid. I was like, that's not for me. That's for super strong people, super active people. I didn't think I was gonna fit in, but I tried it, and it turns out to be kind of one of the loves of my life. And I really think that if anyone even has the slightest interest, you should really just try it.
They also offer yoga classes, which can help with climbing, and a fitness studio. For Slices, I'm Jacqueline Twag.
And now for our final story. It is time to dance. Throughout the year, the Fountain Valley Senior Center is the place to find friendship and fun. And this next event is always a night to remember.
Excitement filled the air at this year's Fountain Valley Winter Dance. Joanne, a volunteer at the Fountain Valley Senior Center, couldn't wait to get on the dance floor.
God, I love dancing. I was brought up dancing the hula in Hawaii, so I love dancing.
Volunteering each week at the Senior Center is very meaningful to Joanne, and meeting up with her pals to laugh and dance makes this a special evening.
It's great because we all became very close friends. It's like a family gathering, actually, so it's really fun, a lot of fun.
The sponsors and Senior Center staff work diligently to ensure a perfect evening for their guests.
Edinger Medical Group and Memorial Care Orange Coast got together to sponsor this dance, so we're so excited for everyone to have such a great time tonight. I see so many seniors who are here to have such a great time. Everyone got so dressed up and they look so great, and they just look like they're ready to party, so exciting.
Every time I'm so amazed just to see how many people constantly come here for the turnout, and they're so impressed and they're so thankful. It makes me so happy to see that. I love community events. I've always loved working for the city and giving back the best way that I can. So seeing a place where everyone can come together and just be so happy for just a couple of hours, listening to some live music and snack, it makes me so happy to see that.
Sometimes you just have to get out of the day-to-day routine. Gather your friends, put on those fancy clothes, kick up your heels, and dance.
It's important for the seniors to come out and be with other people and enjoy doing things, and it keeps your mind occupied, and it keeps you, I say it keeps you healthy.
It's keeping me healthy. I didn't usually go out to many places. Bingo was my forte, you might say, until I met Carmen. And Carmen has showed me that getting out of the house and doing things like this dance, it's a fun thing to do. And I enjoy being with her and doing these things that I didn't do for years. So I just enjoy being here right now.
Brian enjoys joking around while playing pool at the Senior Center. He'd never been to a dance here before, but when his pool buddies told him about the winter dance, he decided to join in and take his wife out for a date night.
The guys I play pool with a couple of times a week were coming. I love these guys. We all have a blast. Sounded like fun. You gotta get out. You gotta have a blast. We've all gotta do that. You gotta get out and do the things you like, you know? And see the people you like. That's really important.
Building friendships, staying involved and active, that's what makes life all the more sweet. For Slices, this is Danny Hitt reporting.
That's all for this show. We'll be bringing you new slices each month, so stay connected. From our production team and all of us at the Public Cable Television Authority, I'm Christina McCauley, and we'll see you next time.